Zunker's playthrough. Here we are doing the back to the Mega Man X series, Mega Man X4, one of my favorite games ever in the history of games. I love Mega Man X4. I will admit I think it's a bit easy at times, especially when you play as X, but even Zero is not that hard. But this game is awesome. Well, most of it. And you'll understand why as we go forward. Because this game has infamous, not infinite, infamous cutscenes with voice acting. Now you have to remember this game came out in 1998. Voice acting in America was a relatively new thing, and they probably didn't, especially for video games, probably didn't take it as seriously as, maybe they should have. But, oh buddy, this game's got some lines to it, I will say that. So you may have noticed that I am doing this a little bit differently than Mega Man X 1 through 3. I have decided to revert to this format. I think this is the format I'm going to keep for all my playthroughs on this channel going forward. Kind of like a live playthrough with video of me playing the game and giving commentary all in one. I think this works for me. I really enjoy doing it this way. And, it's not so bad. It's not so bad, at least in my opinion. But nonetheless, we're watching this cool anime cutscene that they came out with, and Mega Man X4 came out on the original PlayStation 1. I believe it was on the Sega Saturn as well. I'm not as sure on that one. I believe it came out also on the Sega Saturn. I could be wrong on that one. Yes, it did come out on the Sega Saturn as well, and it did come out on the Sega Saturn technically in 1997. Oh, this is a 1997 game, not the 1998 game. I was wrong. I thought it was 1998. I don't know why I thought 1998. I guess for Windows it came out in 1998. That counts for something. But this is Mega Man X4. Let's jump right into it. The first thing you're gonna notice is you can pick Mega Man X and Zero. This is Zero's first full-fledged playable appearance. Obviously, he was playable in Mega Man X3. It was poorly done, but this is, you get the full game with them. However, unlike later games, you can't play as both. You can't, between levels. You have to choose one here at the beginning. You gotta go with either Mega Man X or Zero. I'm gonna start with Mega Man X. We are gonna do a Zero playthrough right after this, so this might be a touch longer than most Mega Man X playthroughs that I'm gonna do. And some of the video is gonna be long too because of the cutscenes here. But nonetheless, here's our first cutscene. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit.
Do you believe they pose a significant threat? Perhaps you already know the truth, General. Their sole mission has been to destroy any reptiles who fail to do as the humans order.
Yep. So Sigma's back after being defeated 3 times. Shocker, shocker.
Before they turn on you.
They don't really hide this one.
Enough power to destroy them.
See, Sigma's trying to convince our friend the General here to turn on the Maverick Hunters. But initially he says no.
Betray the humans. Remove yourself from my sight.
And the humans, for that matter.
You has concluded.
Very well. But you will change your mind soon, I assure you.
Now, I gotta admit, the story in this game is not good. Not good. Especially the Mega Man X side. Zero side has some interesting tidbits of information, but it's still not as great. Here we just talk about, now we're going into our first level, which is the Sky Lagoon. And this is where you kind of learn Mega Man X. He plays exactly the same as he did before. It's, it's just better graphics, because we just got a one-up out of that. It's Mega Man X. He plays exactly the same. Uh-oh. Alright, sorry for that quick little pause there. I want to change my controls because I like having the dash button at the top of the controller. And I don't like doing the double tap. That is a Maverick in the background. He can harm you. You can actually kill him in here, but it really doesn't matter as much. It's honestly not that big of a deal. But yeah, no, you're just destroying a bunch of Mavericks. And now, oh no, the Sky Lagoon is falling. This can't be good. Magma Dragoon, what is going on? Oh man. No, this is bad. So, you get a little more exposition here. Dragoon here is to save the day, and that's all he's doing is saving the day. 100%. He definitely does not betray anybody. I guarantee you that. Look, if you don't know Mega Man X4 by now, this game's been out for nearly 30 years. I don't know what to tell you. But they don't tell it here. They don't tell it here. But interesting tidbit here about Mega Man X4 compared to the last 3 games. Most levels have 2 areas, and it actually refills your health and weapon energy. Weapon energy also refills after a death. So when I say this game's easy, it's pretty damn easy. And if you game over and you restart a level, you go wherever you were in Area 1 or Area 2, you know, depending on which one you had. Oh, by the way, these will crush you and kill you. This is actually one of the more fearsome starting stages ever, because there's some instant kill there. Not that hard, but you can definitely get killed fairly easily here, actually, if you're not careful. If you rush a little too much, you can definitely take a death or two. But yeah, this is Mega Man X. Honestly, though, he plays the same. He shoots. He has a charge shot. He gets special upgrades. He gets special upgrades. That will also kill you, but you have plenty of time there. But now we are into our first boss battle, and it's a giant Maverick, beginning Maverick, and you know what that means. He's gonna be a little bit of a bitch. Actually, with Zero, he's not hard by any stretch, but you're gonna take more damage with Zero because Zero is a close range fighter compared to Mega Man X3. But we'll get more into Zero later. Honestly, this guy, he hits very, very softly. He isn't that hard. Well, I'm kind of just in a bad spot there, but he goes away quickly. You're not going to have that much trouble with him. Just jump and shoot at him. And he goes down like the bitch he is. Go down easy. He ain't hard. You shouldn't have trouble. Should not have any trouble here. Mega Man X music is really, really good. This music's really good. This like do. It's like ominous and I will give Mega Man 4. It has a really good soundtrack, like most X games, honestly. Here he's just talking to the Colonel. We're not gonna. If you want to read this, you're more welcome to. I'm just gonna kind of go. But basically, he's asking the Colonel what happened. The Colonel's like, "Well, we didn't have anything to do with it." Mega Man X is like, "All right, well, we need you to come back to the base, just disarm, and we can clear this over." And then he's like, "Never, we won't disarm." Bro. We're just trying to get it figured out. We're not saying you did it. And now, like, all you wanted was disarm and come have a little bit of a talk, you know, like as if police would do. You know what I mean? Instead, pride and stupidity is a play here. Again, this story sucks. If you're playing this game for the story, you will be very sadly mistaken and disappointed in the game. But if you enjoy the gameplay, it's one of the best in the series, bar none. I'd say X. I go back and forth between X, X2, and X4. X2's usually behind those other two, be honest with you, but X and X4, of which one I enjoyed more. I do enjoy this game a lot. We have a save function, no more passwords. Thank heaven. We won't be editing that out, so you'll see all the save menus. But now that they decided to not disarm like brilliant people would, they have now been labeled as Mavericks, and now they're rebelling. They're not against their humans; they're just going to space. And it's just, I see where they were going here, and there's definitely some interesting concepts to the story here, but they just fail so hard.
I too share the general sentiment.
Take heed, we have no other choice.
No, you had a choice. You chose not to take it. You chose the dumb choice.
We are the Rebel Force. The most powerful army in history!
They're the most powerful army in history, but you get your ass kicked by 2 Reploids. Now old Sigma here gets what he wants.
The general has finally taken action.
All because the Colonel's an idiot.
I'll be watching closely from here on out.
But now we get into the game proper. We go through a little bit of a cutscene here with our new friend Double. Good old Double here. Good friend of ours. He's a rookie hunter. You know, he's trying. He's trying, and you know, I have a lot of respect for him. I can't wait to see where his story goes here. As we have a coup with Rebel Force here, and you know, Double here. He's our friend. He's definitely our friend. All right. But now you have 8 Mavericks, just like you do in every other game. So right now they're going over which way you know, they're going over all the Mavericks in the stages. You have Web Spider, you have Cyber Peacock here. None of these are that bad, with maybe the exception of Split Mushrooms, not my favorites. None of the bosses are hard, especially with their weaknesses. They're a joke with their weaknesses, especially when you get the arm upgrade. And I'm going to tell you right now, that is going to be the second freaking thing I do, or the third. Be the third freaking thing I do. Wait. That's in... Oh, man. Get it early is what I'm trying to say, folks. Get it early. Depending on what way you want to go with this, the arm upgrade in this game is phenomenal. Or the head upgrade. The head upgrade. It's the head upgrade. I'm an idiot. The arm upgrade's badass too, but it's the head upgrade. And we're going to get that very, very, very soon. I can promise you that. Probably in the 3rd stage. I go a little bit different than maybe some people do. It just depends on what you want to do. I will go Web Spider first. To get the foot part first, because you get the air dash and you get a hover ability, which is actually kind of useful. It's not great, but it just feels like you have the least amount of backtracking with this route. Web Spider is not the easiest to take on first, but he's not that bad either, honestly. Some people will take on Magma Dragoon first, even though he's actually hard, unless you take the right armor in, but we'll talk about that when we get to Magma Dragoon. But no, I am going to do Web Spider first. We're going to do 2 Mavericks here, and then we'll call it a part. So this first part's probably a little bit longer than the other parts, cut forward a little bit. But he protects the secret weapon of the jungle. And my opinion on this is, this might be the gun from Mega Man X5. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's normal lore. I don't follow, like, outside lore. I just go by off what the game said. But welcome to Mega Man X4, folks. We are full bore into here, and yeah, this is Mega Man X4. It looks great to this day, almost 30 years later, 26 years to be exact. And this game plays awesome. It looks good on Mega Man X Legacy Collection, which is what I'm currently playing it on. I love this game. I love this game to death. I've played it a ton. Probably the most. This game alone probably is the most I've ever played Mega Man X game. Even more X1 or X2. But right over here, you just come over here. Foot parts. Easy. One of the easiest upgrades you'll ever get. That was a Chill Penguin. This battle should have never have happened, X. Why must Reploids fight each other? I don't know. That's what X says. So you can see where he gets it from, right? You know, where he gets really, really whiny? It's from Light. Why do these peacekeepers persist in fighting each other? This must be some sort of mistake. It's not, Light. X, enter this capsule. Equip with this to discover the truth. Equip these with boot module and jump twice in the air to hover. I don't know why that's the truth, but yeah, you can air dash, and you also get your air dash here as well. But you get a little exposition there, basically Light's being like, "Oh, I must Reploids fight." I don't know X because humans are air-filled creatures that created air-filled robots is what it amounts to. For a guy that fought Walker Wily 12 fucking times, 11 times. You would think. You'd think you get a little used to this. But yeah, you do get an air dash. You get a hover ability by hitting jump button twice when you're already in the air. You don't hover for a long time, but it can be useful. It definitely can be useful. It's more useful than it should be, honestly. Like there. That was accidental, but we did it. So I think I mentioned before I changed the controls a little bit. I like having the dash button on the triggers on my controller up here. That's me. You can do it however you want. That's just the way I do things, and I'm about to die because I almost lost. Whew. This section's easier with 0 for some reason. I don't know why, but reminds me of Mega Man X2. Reminds me of not Mega Man X2, Super Mario Brothers 2 with that little section there with the logs coming down the river. I don't know if that was meant to be a reference, but it's a reference nonetheless. Be an interesting, weird reference considering that this game was the first Mega Man X game, or maybe even Mega Man game, to fully be off a Nintendo system. You guys correct me in the comments on that. Maybe, you know, I might be missing one, but no, I mean this is the first X game for sure that was not. Maybe Mega Man 8 was before this, because Mega Man 8 wasn't on the Nintendo. That might be more accurate. But this is the first X game not on a Nintendo system. Again, this was on the Sega Saturn, weird, and the regular PlayStation, which is the one I played growing up. I thought I had a really cool cover. I think it was my brother got it for me one year, for maybe my birthday or something, and I remember playing it, and, you know, because I wanted to play X games. I was like, I missed Mega Man X 1 through 3. I'm like, oh man, there's X. And I got X4. I'm like, X4? What? So that was cool. That was cool. Alright, so we got a leg upgrade, as mentioned. Every level has a leg up, has a heart tank. It could have one of the, it could also have a heart tank. Damn it, I am saying this wrong. Every level has a heart tank, and other levels could have either a energy tank, which does the same thing as Mega Man X 1 through 3. You can fill it up and use it when you need it. Although there's only 2 in this game, because there's a new weapons tank, which is incredibly useless. It is, and you'll see why. But it does exist in this game. But it is insanely useless. I am struggling here. So there is a heart tank in this, but we can't get it right now. This will really be the only one of maybe like 2 different backtracking things that we will do in this game. Maybe 3, but even still, this game does not have a lot of backtracking, especially compared to X3 and a little bit of X2 even. But there is not much backtracking you have to do here, which is always swell. Nobody likes backtracking. But we can't get the heart tank yet. If you go to Magma Dragoons first, then you would be able to get the heart tank. Right now, you need the fire weapon, but we don't have that currently, so we can't get it. Alright, now Web Spider. Web Spider is going to be our first Maverick. The biggest thing with him is he's going to shoot a web out that will try to lock onto you and hold you in place and take some damage. It does hurt. It does hurt over time. It's a hurt over time. You only in it for a couple seconds, but it does do some damage, and you really want to avoid it at all costs. There is 2 parts of this battle. We'll talk about the second part when we get there. You labeled us all as Mavericks, and I won't let you pass. Turn back now. Alright, so Web Spider here, he's mad because he got labeled as Maverick. And that's kind of the thing about this game. That thing right there, you don't want to get hit by that. That does home on you. It's not overly hard to dodge unless you kind of get into a bit of a funky spot. But no, so 5 of these Mavericks, quote unquote. Oh, see, this is what you don't want here. But these Maverick these are Repliforce. They're not really Mavericks in the traditional sense. And I am struggling right now. I'm talking too much is what's the problem. But yeah, no, he hasn't shot, and he will sometimes shoot down spiders themselves. But now he got halfway, he changes his tactics up, now he's gonna be here. Those webs in there do not harm you. So keep that in mind. If you here, my recommendation here is try to stay on the floor as much as possible. Avoid him when you can. Voice spiders, because they kill you like that, because you're dumb and took way too many hits. But that is the web spider fight. I'll cut here so you don't have to watch that fight. That's the basic gist of the fight. You saw everything. Alright, and we're back here, and I just defeated web spider. Only take a couple hits, didn't get caught in that web at all. Got kind of caught in the corner with some spiders. I took two hits from the small spiders, but much better fight there. But yeah, just like other games here in the Mega Man X, you get a weapon. Unlike, I wish they'd show it off, but they don't. But lightning web, it fires a spider net that's charged with electricity. You can actually use it as a wall platform, and that's going to be very, very important to get the arm upgrade. It'll be very, very, very important for the arm upgrade. But that was Web Spider. Now that we have the lightning web, that's my first one. Again, he's not the easiest sometimes, but Web Spider shouldn't give you too much of trouble. I died to him because I was talking too much. But now we have the lightning web, which is split mushrooms weakness. And when we get into the boss battle, pay attention to the boss life bar. If you notice with Web Spider have big R on it, pay attention to split mushrooms. And lazy level design here. Like extremely lazy level design, honestly. You actually do this twice in this level, believe it or not. You get here though, and then you move on to the little next section. Kind of take too much damage because you don't have full health coming into this. Oh god, that thing hit me. Well, that thing was meant to give me life. That little thing you saw there was gonna give me life, but or health. But unfortunately, it fell in the trash. Oops. Okay. Those little flower things on the side there will hit you with a shot if you're not careful. You can destroy them though. They do come back, I believe, over time once you kill them. So they're not completely dead full time. Don't know why. Get up there. Thank you. Ah, yes. So this is a very vertical level. Those are not one-hit kill, by the way. They do a lot of damage, but they are not one-hit kills. Don't worry about that. There is a extraordinarily difficult heart piece here in this level that you really have to have your hand dexterity up for, because it is not easy. It's not easy at all. Alright, but we have a mini-boss here, our first mini-boss of the match. And the biggest thing with him is he will destroy the ground that you're on. And that is spikes below that will instant kill you. So what you want to do is this. Honestly, you just do enough. You have really nothing to worry too much to worry about here. This looks more intimidating than actually. Just take your pot shots when you can. See, I still had 3 remaining. But now I mentioned before, now we go into our second area. Our health is filled. Our weapon energy, if we used any, is filled. And yeah, it's pretty damn nice. It's pretty damn nice. All right, here, just destroy stuff basically. Alright, there we go. Alright, here comes our heart tank here. This is not easy, folks. What you can do, though, is this. Ooh. There we go. Use your lightning web to get it if you need to, but what they want you to do is they want you to hit up top. Don't get caught in this because you will die. There we go. So I had to use some lightning web there. Not ideal, but that's okay. Not the end of the world. Alright, now we have an elevator section here. This gets tricky-ish, we'll call it. We'll call it tricky-ish. It's not overly difficult. But this is where it gets tricky because these will kill you instantly if you get crushed by them, I think. That thing won't, even though it has giant spikes on there. I don't know why. Sometimes things kill. Time to get serious. I don't know why some things kill him instantly and some don't, but they do. Alright, but it is web spider time. I have my special in a really, really bad button, but it's okay. Are you X? I'm under orders to terminate you. What? Whose orders? Best line in the game. Take a while, guess. Well, look at his health bar. I mentioned that before. Yeah, that's a Sigma logo, not a Repliforce. This is a true Maverick. And with Lightning Web, he is piss fucking easy. You just shoot at him, he goes, and falls, and this is the battle. He is a bit trickier without the weaponry, admittedly. Not overly difficult, but he actually gives out a fake form of him. It's not hard to see which one's real. He runs around the room, he does some stuff. It's not bad. And he's dead. And like most Mavericks in this game, they're pretty fucking piss easy if you have their weakness. TBH. Okay. And we got Soul Body, which shoots out in front of you a copy, a hologram copy of you that does damage. That will be useful for our next battle against Cyber Peacock. The soul energy requires high energy expenditure, however, and will eventually dissipate in time, or if it sustains heavy damage. But that will do it for part 1 of our Mega Man X1 playthrough. Join for X2 as we take the battle into the cyber world and Cyber Peacock. Until then, deuces.